Hey everybody, today's PR's workout of the day is starting off with our primary strength focus, the back squat. So working with a high bar back squat, working on more of an upright position. Today we are going for some heavy percentage work. So it's really important to remember that we need to maintain and prioritize a range of motion and control of the pattern before we go to that heavy percentage. Now today we're gonna go for 3 sets of 2, working between 85 to 99%. So you have got a really large percentage window, but our goal is to increase that weight for just the 3 working sets. So as you warm up, think of singles, maybe doubles at the lighter weight until we go single to find that 85%. Then go for your 3 sets of 2. Now, we wanna make sure we give ourselves a little bit of time after that so we can get into some accessory work. So for those that are maybe working up really heavy and take that extra time in between our squats, great. If we are banging through it and maybe we tax out and finish a little bit quicker because maybe our squat's not as heavy, then let's really prioritize this accessory work afterwards. Now, for the accessory, we're gonna go for 3 sets, working for quality, starting off with 10 barbell glute bridges, working with a lightweight to moderate weight. Then we're gonna go into 8 to 10 good mornings, finishing it out with 12 to 15 banded hamstring curls. Now, to set up, the barbell glute bridge can be a little awkward to get into position, so I've got a bench here. We can use a box or something that's, say, roughly about maybe knee height or so. And then from there, what I'll do is I'm gonna set myself down using the weights to roll the weight up onto my hips. I'm gonna bring my feet in nice and tight. Got my shoulder blades up against the box, which is another good cue to remember what's the right proper height for you. Now, from here, I'm just gonna drive my hips up by squeezing my glutes, holding my ribs nice and active, lower the hips down through that range of motion, and drive through at the top. Okay, so we're going for 10 reps there, followed by our good mornings. Now, we can use the same bar or having a bar also set up in the rack. When we take that bar out, rack it behind the neck to that high bar rack position. From here, soften the knees. I'm just gonna focus on pushing my hips straight back and extend. Now, as I hinge over, I'm maintaining a nice flat back, nice and organized to my ribs, finding the end range of my hamstrings. Now, if we find ourselves going over and reach a point where we start to lose position, that's where we need to stop. So shorten that range of motion up a little bit and really think about isolating our hamstrings. Along with that isolation, we're gonna go into a banded hamstring curl. Now, we can also check out a glute ham raises if we have GHDs available. There's a link that we can post down below. But what we want to focus on here is isolating our hamstrings at the same time keeping our glutes and butt active. So I'm gonna pull heel to butt. I'm using my toes just to kind of pinch in on the band so it doesn't slide off my foot. But we need to make sure that we're keeping our butt active as we go through this. If we find ourselves losing tension, you'll notice your hips start to rise. Squeeze your butt, keep those hips flat to the ground. So 3 sets of that. Then we're gonna go into an 8-minute AMRAP, starting off with a 200-meter run, nice and short, going into 16 dumbbell front rack lunges in place, followed with a 100-meter farmer carry. Now, going into this, our legs are gonna be a little bit taxed, so we wanna think about stepping forward. So we've got a front rack, step forward, push off. We put a lot of emphasis into our posterior chain for accessory, so we're gonna work on stand up, push back to recover to that back foot. Then posture up, take it for a walk. Have fun, guys.